Contract signed, sealed, and delivered. Yep. He had to make sure he had some ink in his pen as well. Hello, everyone. I'm Simon Preston, and welcome to Reggae Boyz Commentary. Thank you so much for tuning into another video on this channel. It's an absolute pleasure to have you all as we discuss another player that you could say has had an impact for Jamaica not recently, but has had an impact before. But it's not an individual that we have seen in the national setup for some time. But before we speak about all of those elements and what it means and everything like that, let me just kindly ask you to, if you're the first time joining here, don't forget to like this video, give it a massive thumbs up, and don't forget as well to subscribe to Reggae Boyz Commentary for more content. We speak Reggae Boys, Reggae Girls, we speak the under 20, the under 17, under 15. We talk everything really. So it would really help you. It would really help if you get on board with this movement, and then we can move forward with this channel really. So Romario Williams. He signed his contract and it's a move now. Romario Williams has joined Kuwaiti club Qadsia Sports Club, and they currently ply their trade in the STC Premier League. So Romario Williams is now going to be the first reggae boy to ply his trade in Kuwait. Not the first reggae boy to play in the Middle East. We've had quite a handful that have plied their trade in the Middle East, but he is the first reggae boy to ply his trade in Kuwait. Interesting, isn't it? 1-year contract, personal terms agreed, everything signed and delivered, and Romario is now en route to Turkey to join his teammates in pre-season as they prepare towards the Kuwait Premier League, which kicks off quite soon. It's quite interesting because Al Qadsia is one of the most successful teams in Kuwait. In fact, they've won 17 titles. They've won 17 titles, which is the same as Al Arabi Sports Club. So they're tied with the most successful team within the league. The league starts sometime in September, and I know many people might be asking, well, how did Al Qadsi perform last season in the Kuwaiti Premier League? Well, Al Qadsi last season, they finished second in the league, and they finished behind the defending champions Al Arabi. Al Qadsi, they finished 8 points behind the leaders. So that's how things mapped out. But unfortunately, they weren't able to qualify for European football. Only the winner gets that opportunity to qualify for European football. So no Asian football there's no Asian Champions League for our friend Romario Williams to go to. But still, it's a first start for him, a different environment, and hopefully one that he will go and thrive in. It's a 1-year contract with the option of extending it a further year. So we await to see how things will pan out where this is concerned. If he's going to be willing to spend another year, or if he's going to be moving elsewhere. It really depends how things progress. The league has been around for 58 years, so we'll see. It's a league with pedigree, so that's what we can say about the league, and let's hope that Romario can go into this environment, settle, and make strides that can help him to move forward with his career. Romario had quite a career so far, isn't he? The 28-year-old, 27-year-old, I should say. He turned 27 years old yesterday, in fact. We know him at Montreal Impact when he was drafted to the MLS, went on loan, FC Montreal, Charleston Battery, Atlanta United, went on loan again at Charleston Battery, Atlanta United, second team, won the league, the MLS Cup at Atlanta, Columbus Crew, spent a season there, Miami FC in the USL, and then went to Al Ittihad Alexandria in Egypt, where he scored 5 goals in 20 odd appearances. For Jamaica, for those that may know from his time at Kingston College, we saw him in midfield. That's where we saw him, especially at the Under-17 FIFA World Cup in Mexico in 2011. Can you guys imagine? That was 10 years ago. Whoa. Whoa. Unbelievable. That was 10 years ago, guys. 10 years ago, Romario Williams was at the Under 17 FIFA World Cup with Jamaica, and he's playing midfield. He wasn't playing attack, he was playing midfield. So just let that sink in for the time being. He was playing midfield. Yeah? Midfield he was playing. So, yeah, with Romario, Qadsia Sports Club, as I've made mention, one of the premier teams within Kuwait, within the Middle East. What sort of environment is he getting into? What is it like being under the managerialship of Madoui, who is the Algerian coach of his team? Now, Kiradine Madoui is a quite an intriguing coach that has had some experience from his playing days with Algeria, and so also played on the African and Middle Eastern continent as well. Pedigree coaching wise as well. He's a coach that demands hard running. He's a coach that demands, if I put you on the pitch, I expect you every second to work and work and work. And that is exactly what he demands. And he's had fruits of his labor as he guided S Setif to the African Champions League title in 2014, won the Algerian Super Cup 2015 and 2016, 2015 and 2017 as well. So he's a coach that has had experience in that aspect, and he's an individual that has shown that he can get results. So I know that Romario is going to be working under a coach that can get results. And just so you all know, Qadsia their nickname is the Kings, or they're also called the Yellow Castle. So he'll be wearing yellow. So it's going to be quite familiar for us. As I said, a team with pedigree, 17 titles, 16 Kuwaiti Emir Cup, 9 Kuwait Crown Prince Cup, 6 Kuwait Super Cup, 1 AFC Cup, and 2 GCC Champions League titles. In terms of the balance of his squad, the majority of the team are Kuwaiti-based players. You have one player from Albania, Lorik Trashi, and they also have a player from Nigeria, James Okusa. They have a player from Jordan, Ode Al Saifi, and also Benjamin Tatar from Bosnia. I really like Benjamin as a footballer. I think he can really add some value towards the attack with Romario, knowing Romario's style of play and everything like that. So we'll have to wait and see and hope that things can work out quite well. Antonio Puig as the head coach, the Spaniard, has demanded that his players do the rondo in every single training session that they go into to get more comfortable with the football, no matter who you are, if you're experienced or not experienced. So Benjamin Tatar, he's also a new player that has joined with Romario as well. What I like about him is the presence that he's going to bring. So look out for him in the air because he's going to add something different from a different perspective. So you can stay tuned for that. The captain of Qadsia, for me, is the other key player to look out for, as he is a midfielder, a central midfielder. Salah Al Sheikh. Yes, he's 39 years of age, but let me tell you something. This guy has bags of experience. He plays like a 29-year-old. Doesn't lack energy at all. So that's why I think that the environment that Romario is going to be in is going to be one where he can really do well in. Honestly. And I know many people are saying, Kuwait? Why Kuwait? If you know, you know. Romario is going to be compensated well. So it's a good league for him, and we wish him all the best. I certainly do. Kuwait has been to the World Cup once. That was back in 1982. And they even scored one of the goals in the tournament that year. If you guys remember, for those of you that were around, I know you guys are saying, Simon, you weren't born in 1982. I might not have been born in 1982, but guess what? I have good memory. So in the group stages in 1992, Kuwait took on Czechoslovakia, and they scored one of the goals of the tournament. They eventually got knocked out in the group stage, lost to England 1-0, they lost to France 4-1. But let me tell you something. Their first game of the World Cup, June 17, 1982, against Czechoslovakia, after Panenka gave Czechoslovakia a 1-0 lead, let me tell you something. Kuwait scored literally one of the goals of the tournament. Trust me. Look up the strike from Faisal Al-Dakhil. He scored one of the goals of the tournament. Honestly, it was just absolutely brilliant. Trust me. That was some tournament in Spain. So that's that where that is concerned. Reggae Boys fans, how do you feel about this move by Romario Williams? We haven't seen him in the national setup for quite some time. The 2017 Gold Cup was an experience that we saw with him, but apart from the Gold Cup, there hasn't been many other experiences where he has shone. But do you think that this pushes him away from international duty? Does this bring him forward? Because what I can say is those individuals that ply their trade in Asia, not many of them have received call ups. Errol Stevens got one call up when he was in Vietnam. Jeremy Lynch has not got a call up when he was in Asia. Demar Stewart, when he's in China, he got a call up. Yes, not many, but he got a call up. Any other player that was in Asia that got a call up? Very few, actually. Akeem Priestley was in Bangladesh, but guess what? Akeem Priestley didn't get a call up when he was in Bangladesh. Malaysia, Damien Stewart didn't get a call up when he was in Malaysia. No. Our players have played in Thailand, Vietnam. Ryan Johnson, when he went to South Korea, he didn't get a call up. So you can let me know, Reggae Boys fans, how do you feel about the situation? Is it one that brings you happiness? Is it one that's where you wish him all the best? How do you look at the situation? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below.